On Aisle 4 in Cuphead's The Delicious Last Course DLC, you'll stumble across this spooky graveyard. There will be a ghost detective nearby who will tell you that there's something up about this graveyard, and there is! It involves a mysterious relic, the devil, and a mountain climbing competition. It'll make sense in a minute. I'm Jamie Latour, and this is how to solve the graveyard puzzle in Cuphead, The Delicious Last Course. Before we solve the puzzle, head on over to the shop and purchase the broken relic. It's only 1 coin, so you should be able to afford it. When you spoke to the ghost detective, one of the things that he mentioned was a contest of skill. That's the mountain climbing competition that these 3 characters participated in. As you can tell, the lightbulb came in first, the shovel came in second, and the pickaxe came in third. When you speak to each contestant, they'll give you clues that will help you figure out the solution to the graveyard puzzle. Now, here's the tricky thing about this puzzle. There isn't just one set solution. Everyone who plays The Delicious Last Course receives different hints. These hints will even be different between all of your save files. This means that the answer isn't going to be the same for everyone. Luckily, we can still tell you how to solve this puzzle. When you speak to each contestant, look for directions in their dialogue. These will point you towards the specific tombstones you need to interact with. For example, in my playthrough, the lightbulb says, "Leave it to an upright citizen like me to win the whole thing." So the clue here is up and to the right. The shovel in second place says, "The only thing left to do is get better for next year." So left is your clue there. And the pickaxe says, "I guess things can only go up from here." So as you might have guessed, the clue is up. Since the lightbulb came in first, the shovel came in second, and the pickaxe came in third, that's the order we go in. That means the solution for me is up, right, left, and up. Now I head back over to the graveyard, and I begin touching graves in the order of the clues I received. As you can see by watching me, I touch the grave that's up and to the right, and then this stone in the middle is neither up left or down left, so it's just left. And the final hint was up, which is this one right here. You may need to do a little trial and error depending on the hints that you receive, but this is how you do it. If you solve the puzzle correctly, the middle tombstone will erupt with a giant beam of light, and when you interact with it, you'll be asked to take a nap. Once you say yes to taking a nap, you'll start to get sleepy. The screen will blur and darken. You'll see that little hourglass guy in the corner is all smashed now, which is kind of disturbing. And would you look at that? It's a secret boss fight. You'll now have to fight an angel and a devil who is apparently different from the other devil. This battle only has 1 phase, but it's a pretty tough phase. The devil in this fight is the one who will constantly be trying to harm you, while the angel is there to lend moral support, I guess. You'll always be facing the devil, and the angel will always be behind you. This means that each time you turn, the devil and angel will swap places, which can get pretty confusing. As for the attacks in this fight, there will be this storm cloud traveling back and forth along the stage. If you jump on top of it, it'll just act as another platform, but the lightning underneath it can damage you. There will be a constant barrage of fireballs coming your way. The angel will only spit out the outline of fireballs, but if you turn around so the devil takes their place, those outlines will become real fireballs. Some of these fireballs will be pink, so those are the ones you're gonna want to parry. The last attack is a giant column of fire that will travel across the stage. If you turn away from it when it comes at you, it'll become a harmless beam of light. While you can just keep turning around, the easiest way to handle this fight is to equip the smoke bomb charm and have a weapon that fires homing projectiles, like Chaser or Crackshot. Then you can simply dash through the giant column of fire and minimize your need to change directions. Once you've done enough damage to this duo, they'll get sucked inside this eerie skull in the background, which I think is supposed to be the skull of the actual devil you fight in the base game. That's kind of creepy. Now that you've solved the puzzle and defeated the secret boss, there is one last thing for you to do. If you look through your inventory of charms, you'll see that the broken relic has become the Cursed Relic. This charm really is cursed, as when you equip it, your HP will be reduced down to 1, and your weapons become randomized and will change every time you parry, dash, jump, or just stop firing. It'll also make the overworld music all spooky-like. That sounds like a pretty crummy relic, but there is a reason to put it on. Aside from the challenge of beating bosses with only 1 hit point, if you manage to topple a certain number of bosses while wearing the Cursed Relic, its eye will slowly begin to open, and it will eventually transform into the Divine Relic. Now, the number of bosses may differ depending on the difficulty of the bosses you fight. For me, I beat all the bosses on Isle 1 and some on Isle 2 with it equipped. So that worked out to be about 7 bosses in total. As you keep beating bosses with this relic, it'll become more beneficial, as it'll give you the same effects as the Heart Ring and the Smoke Bomb, although when you get those effects will be kind of random. Still, that will make this challenge a bit more manageable. You'll know that you've successfully uncursed this relic when you receive the Paladin achievement. When you level it up into the Divine Relic, it'll essentially give you the easy mode version of Cuphead. Your weapons will still be randomized, but it'll now permanently give you the same effects as the Heart Ring, Smoke Bomb, Whetstone, and it will increase the rate at which your super meter fills up. On top of all that, it'll change the overworld music from spooky to triumphant. And with that, you've solved the graveyard puzzle, beaten the secret boss, got a cool new charm, and made an old ghost detective happy, which is what truly matters. For more gaming news and guides, check out TheGamer.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.